On behalf of Fitchburg State University, welcome to the 121st Commencement exercises. It is my honor to serve as your Master of Ceremonies. There are nearly 200 graduate students earning degrees this May, along with over 600 undergraduate students attending Saturday's undergraduate commencement ceremony. The history of Fitchburg State University is long and distinguished. On June 6, 1894, the governor of this Commonwealth, Hayden Greenhall, signed legislation which established a state normal school at Fitchburg. The next summer, 46 women passed the entrance exam and became the first graduating class. On July 28, 2010, Governor Deval Patrick signed the legislation which recognized our new status as Fitchburg State University. Today, Fitchburg State University has an enrollment of over 7,000 students and has more than 44,000 alumni. The commencement ceremony combines traditions unique to Fitchburg State University and rituals common to colleges and universities across the United States. At every Fitchburg State commencement, the university's colors, green, white, and gold, are prominent. Each color was chosen to signify an ideal. White symbolizes purity and perfection. Green is inspiration. Gold represents wisdom. Other university symbols include the saxifrage flower. In 1900, the saxifrage, known as the rock breaker, was chosen to represent the spirit of what was then Fitchburg Normal School. The flower was chosen for its, quote, moral lesson in the achievements that can be brought about by quiet willpower. The motto, Perseverantia, meaning perseverance or persistence, has remained unchanged for a century and is prominent in our seal. While the university colors and saxifrage are unique to Fitchburg State, other traditions are common to graduations across the United States. The most significant of these are the academic regalia worn by all the participants. The origin of academic regalia can be traced back to the 13th century. At that time, it was the daily attire. Today, they are only worn for ceremonies, but they tell us much about their wearer. Our graduate students wear traditional black gowns and carry their hoods until conferral of their degrees. All faculty and administrators wear the gowns associated with the university where they earned their degree. Faculty may be wearing black, red, maroon, or blue gowns today. The hood, which is the colorful part of the regalia worn around the neck, indicates the wearer's degree and place of study. Each hood is lined with the official colors of the college or university awarding the degree. The binding identifies the graduate's academic discipline. The length of the hood and the width of the binding increase with the importance of the degree. Each member of the processional also wears a mortarboard or a soft hat with a tassel. Doctoral hats have gold tassels, and master's degrees have black tassels. Watch for these distinctions as the processional begins. Each of the groups entering the processional today will be led by a gonfalonier. The gonfalonier carries the banner, or gonfalon, representing the particular assembly. The gonfalon is a long banner that is suspended from a crossbar and originated in the medieval republics of Italy as an ensign of state or office. Gonfalons have been adopted by many universities around the world as college or institutional insignias. As we prepare to welcome the university processional for the start of our ceremony, please note the following. In the unlikely event that it becomes necessary to evacuate the building, there are 4 exits, 1 in each corner. During the commencement ceremony, access to the stage will be prohibited. A professional photographer will take a picture of each graduate as they receive their degree, and congratulations from President Lapidus. The Alumni Association will provide each graduate with a complimentary 5x7 photograph that will be mailed to graduates' homes, along with information on how to order additional prints. The ceremony is also being recorded by Fitchburg Access Television, and DVDs will be available for purchase. And now, please rise to welcome the Fitchburg State University processional for the 2017 graduate commencement. The graduate students and program chairs are now entering the aisle to my right. They are being led by the 2017 recipient of the Graduate Student Leadership Award, Joanna Dos Santos, who is carrying the Graduate Student Gonfalon. The alumni, led by Nicholas Smith from the class of 2011, are entering the aisle to my left. Nicholas is carrying the alumni gonfalon, and Beverly Farias, representing the class of 1952, is the most senior alumni here today. Two of these alumni earned their degrees 50 or more years ago. Each of the alumni participating today is wearing a yellow stole to represent the Alumni Association. The faculty is led by Dr. Meladith Govindan, recipient of the 2016 Vincent J. Mera Award for Excellence in Teaching. He is carrying the university mace, which is a symbol typically found at academic ceremonies. Directly behind him is John Hancock, the most senior faculty member in the procession and carrying the faculty gonfalon. Now entering is the platform party, led by Mr. Donald R. Irving, Chairman of the Board of Trustees. Chairman Irving will officially confer the degrees on today's graduates. The platform party includes award recipients, honored guests, local elected leaders, Board of Trustee members, and university administrators. The platform party precedes Dr. Richard Lapidus, the 11th president of Fitchburg State University.
Mr. President, honored guests, graduates, faculty and librarians, administrators and staff members, ladies and gentlemen, I hereby convene these graduate commencement exercises marking the completion of the 122nd year of Fitchburg State University and celebrating the achievements of the 121st graduating class. The Fitchburg State University ROTC members will present the colors. I ask that you please rise. Please join Ms. Elizabeth Fiedler and the class of 2017 in the singing of the national anthem.
And
Please be seated. Mr. President, I am pleased to present Mr. Donald Irving, Chairman of the Board of Trustees.
Good evening. On behalf of the Board of Trustees and the entire campus community, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone to the 2017 Graduate Commencement Ceremony. Yes. Tonight's celebration honors graduates as well as their families, and it recognizes the singular accomplishment of an advanced academic degree. As the proud holder of 2 degrees from Fitchburg State, I appreciate the journey all of you graduates have taken to get here tonight. It's a lot of work. I know it is. My wife thought it was too. So, you have balanced the challenges of a rigorous curriculum with the demands of family life, and for many of you, full-time jobs. Tonight, your journey is complete. But at the same time, another journey begins with this celebration as you take what you've learned and you integrate it into your life and the goals that you've set for yourself. The future will hold additional challenges, but you've been well prepared by your experiences here at Fitchburg State. I extend my heartfelt congratulations to you, your families, and I wish you all the best in the coming years. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Irving. Mr. President, I am now pleased to present the Honorable Natalie Higgins, representative to the State Legislature of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, who brings greetings from the Commonwealth.
Thank you, Dr. Cardell. On behalf of my colleagues in the North Central Mass delegation, it is my great honor to bring you greetings and congratulations on this grand occasion and to extend sympathies from State Representative Stephen Hay from Fitchburg, who couldn't join us tonight. To the graduates, we recognize at this ceremony, I know how hard you've worked and the obstacles you've overcome to reach this milestone. I encourage you to pause and reflect on the significance of this ceremony and your accomplishment, because while you finish one journey today, you also start with another, with its own challenges. I want you to be assured that those who work on your behalf in the State House know of your importance to the health of our Commonwealth. In the simplest terms, you are the Commonwealth's future. For the graduates of our public universities, it's the graduates of the public universities who remain in Massachusetts and form the backbone of our communities. Our state's continued success depends on the best and brightest among us, and that is you. Embrace your success and put your skills to work in your own communities. I'm sure you are already doing this. We will all be strengthened by your contributions. Thank you and best wishes.
Thank you, Representative Higgins. Mr. President, now I'm pleased to present the Honorable Stephen DiNatale, Mayor of Fitchburg and Fitchburg State alum, who brings greetings from the city of Fitchburg.
Thank you, and on behalf of the city of Fitchburg, let me congratulate you. The accomplishments we recognize this evening belongs to you, as well as the family, friends, and loved ones who are gathered to share in this momentous celebration. Please know the city of Fitchburg shares in this celebration with you. Have no doubt that our community has been enriched by your collective contributions, and I hope you will continue to make an impact on our bright future. The city of Fitchburg and this great university have enjoyed a long and meaningful partnership, and we continue to explore new opportunities for collaboration that will benefit Fitchburg State students as well as the community that we call home. As a fellow Fitchburg State graduate, I am proud of this institution, proud of the education I received, and proud to look out and see the faces of those who will carry on our time-honored traditions. Thank you, and best wishes.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Mr. President, I'm now pleased to present Dr. Jennifer Berg, Acting President of the Fitchburg State University Chapter of the MSCA, who brings greetings from the faculty and librarians to the class of 2017.
Thank you, Dr. Cardea, President Lapidus, honored guests, and of course, graduates. In preparing for this evening, I spent some time reflecting on the value of the accomplishments of this evening. For many, this word value will bring to mind the easily quantifiable aspects of your accomplishment. The hours of work reading articles or case studies, weeks and weeks laboring over drafts of papers or lesson plans, or perhaps the raise that you now have access to because of your advanced degree or certificate, or possibly even a new career. However, your graduate studies have likely inculcated you in the habit of thinking of these aspects more deeply and from more than one perspective. Not all of value is quantifiable, and not all of the accomplishments we celebrate tonight can be measured. I recall clearly my mother earning her degree, walking across a stage much like this one after 10 years of a hiatus in her studies. One cannot place a number on the value of that memory, and so many like it that taught me the value of education, much as I assume is true of you all. The degree certificate that you've earned tonight will be yours forever. It has value. How that value will change over time depends on what you do next. The Fitchburg State faculty and librarians hope whatever you choose to do next, you use the skills, knowledge you've developed here with us. We hope you pursue activities that are worthwhile, even if not quantifiable. Congratulations. We wish you way more than luck.
Thank you, Dr. Berg. It is now my pleasure to introduce the 11th President of Fitchburg State University, Dr. Richard Lapidus.
Thank you. Well, good evening, and welcome to Fitchburg State University. We're honored to be joined here today by representatives from the alumni who participated in the processional this evening. They represent 6 generations of alumni between them, including Beverly Farias from the class of 1952. So please welcome them. In addition to those that participated in the processional, I know that there are many other alumni in our audience today. Some are members of the platform party, including Chairman Don Irving, Mayor Di Natale, Mr. Eric Gregoire, the President of the Alumni Association. Some are among the faculty, and others in the audience as spectators. At this time, I would like to ask all of our alumni to please rise and be recognized. Also present today are members of the university's Board of Trustees, Chairman Don Irving, Vice Chair Anna Maria Clemente, Clerk Michael Mahan, Deborah Phillips, and Student Trustee Abigail Cochran. I ask you to please stand and be recognized. I'd like to also introduce other distinguished members of the platform party. I ask that each of them stand as I read their names. Mr. Jay Bry, Vice President of Administration and Finance. Very good. Mr. Christopher Henry, Vice President for Institutional Advancement. Dr. Steen Goodlett, Dean of the Library and Academic Support Centers. Thank you all very much. Those members of the platform party not acknowledged will be introduced later in the program. I would also like to recognize at this time our distinguished faculty, who with their enthusiasm, knowledge, creativity, and dedication bring out the very best in our students. I know that it means a lot to our students and to me as well to have you here tonight to celebrate this occasion and recognize student achievement. Faculty, if you would please stand and be recognized. Thank you. And last but certainly not least, I would like to introduce my wife, Lisa, if you would please stand. Well, good evening, class of 2017. Let me begin by congratulating you on your accomplishments. Today is special and represents the culmination of years of hard work, and it's a privilege to be a part of this celebration that recognizes your achievements. While university life may be over for many of you, your education will continue forever. We are pleased that each of you is invested in your future here, believing in the value of higher education. I know it will serve you well. Commencement is an exciting and emotional time for you and your family, and we are honored that Fitchburg State University has been a part of your growth. As you reflect back on your experience as a student, I'm sure that you did not arrive here today on your own. There were many people who shared your ups and downs along the way. It might have been a special professor who led you through a rough patch or helped you nurture a good idea, or the sacrifices that your parents, family, or spouse made so that you could walk across the stage this evening. So graduates, I ask you to please stand and thank them for their support that they gave you, and give them a well-deserved round of applause. The role of a university is to both educate and inspire, and to help students extend thought beyond what is already known. Faculty members have nurtured curiosity, helped build skills and confidence, empowered creative entrepreneurial thinking, and fostered a sense of civic and ethical responsibility. In some, you have received an education that will prepare you both now and in the future to pursue whatever aspirations you might have and to make meaningful contributions to better our world. Today, we need students with advanced degrees more than ever. Only about 8% of the American population holds a graduate degree, so you're joining a select group. A recent report by the Commission on the Future of Graduate Education indicated that our competitiveness in the global economy hinges on our ability to produce significant numbers of graduate degree holders, people with the advanced knowledge and critical thinking abilities to devise solutions to grand challenges such as energy independence, affordable health care, climate change, and other issues. One of our greatest resources is our human talent. The study goes on to state that as a nation, we must invest in educating more of our population at the graduate level to ensure our capacity to innovate and to secure our intellectual leadership into the future. Currently, the world is moving at a faster pace than at any other period of time in human history. We are more global than ever before and are experiencing social, cultural, and political transformations, almost all of which are tied together by the power of technology. Given this scenario, problems created by change are also occurring with increased speed and complexity. Thus, we need our graduate students more than ever to work on solutions to some of the world's most challenging problems. As you think about your future and the challenges that you will help to solve, I would like you to consider 3 words that we all are familiar with, but that are sometimes difficult to realize: vision, passion, and integrity. The Irish playwright George Bernard Shaw was once quoted as saying, "Life isn't about finding yourself, life is about creating yourself." So creating a vision for yourself is about identifying your purpose. I ask you to think about what it is that you want to be, what you would like to accomplish, and what you would like to stand for. In sum, how in the end would you like to be remembered? To create a vision for yourself, you have to be willing to take a long-term perspective. Things don't happen quickly. You must stick with your vision, whatever it is, as it will help you to navigate the inevitable obstacles that you'll encounter and allow you to see past them in expectation of your desired goal. So I ask that you use your creative talents, be positive, and apply the skills that you've acquired and create a vision for yourself that makes a difference. Think big and be bold. You're ready for whatever challenges lie ahead, and we wait with great anticipation to learn of your accomplishments. If vision is the roadmap for where you're going, then passion is the commitment you must have to get there. When I was a student at Indiana University, I remember hearing a story from the legendary basketball coach Bobby Knight that went something like this. A grandfather, his grandson, and their mule were on a long trip. As they walked through the many towns along the way, people would stop them and offer them opinions and advice. In the first town that they arrived at, the people criticized the grandfather for having his grandson walk, saying that the long distance was too much for a young boy. So the grandfather put his grandson on the mule, and they continued on their journey. In the next town, the people expressed concern for the grandfather, criticizing the young boy for allowing his grandfather to walk such a long distance at his advanced age. So the two switched positions on the mule and continued on. In the third town, the people were alarmed for the well-being of the mule because of how hard it was being worked, and suggested the grandfather and his grandson carry the animal. Again, the two obliged and followed the recommendation of the townspeople and began carrying the mule. This was no easy task, as the mule is extremely heavy, and as the two were walking across a bridge, they lost their balance and the mule flew over the edge. So what's the point of the story? The point of the story is that if you attempt to please everyone, fail to think for yourself, and in the context of my message are inconsistent with your actions, you are eventually going to lose your ass. Make sure that you stay the course with your vision, no matter what critics might say. Don't confuse what is with what can be, as we live in a world with limitless possibilities that often reveals that today's dreamers are the realists of tomorrow. There will be adversity along the way, but it's an important part of life. The German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche was attributed with saying, "That which does not kill us makes us stronger." The continuation of that thought, which he failed to mention, probably should have been, but it's going to hurt an awful lot. Nonetheless, it's hard to find a success story that doesn't include some element of disappointment, failure, and even loss. A common theme that runs through success stories often suggests that resiliency and the demonstration of courage during difficult times is what defines character and often propels the individual forward to greatness. Be passionate and believe in yourself and what you're doing, and eventually you'll be successful. If vision articulates where you want to end up, and passion is the fuel to get there, then integrity is the strong moral principles that hold it all together. It is sometimes easy to cut corners, look the other way, or get caught in a win-at-any-cost mindset. But it is at these times that you must summon the courage to do the right thing, no matter what the consequences might be, even if it appears to work against your own self-interest. There was a person of which all of you are familiar that had a tremendous string of bad luck. He attempted and failed at building 2 businesses early on in his life. He ran for political office 6 times, losing in each election. In his last failed attempt at running for Senate, and against the strong advice of his colleagues and friends, he delivered a speech which included in its introduction the sentence, "A house divided against itself cannot stand." As his advisors had predicted, his speech was deemed too controversial for the time and resulted in him losing the election. However, the demonstration of moral courage required to deliver that speech, many experts have argued, resulted in him shortly after becoming elected the 16th President of the United States and the man that signed his name, A. Lincoln. There's an old proverb that says, "There's a choice that you have to make in everything you do. However, you must always keep in mind that the choices you make ultimately make you." I know that each of you will take that to heart and make good choices. It has been said that for those that are involved in public speaking, that there is no pleasure you can give an audience that compares to the pleasure they get when the speech is over. And that moment is almost upon you. I appreciate you hanging in there. So I leave you with one final thought. Salvador Dali, the Spanish surrealist painter, once said that every morning when I waken, I experience a supreme pleasure, that of being Salvador Dali. I wish for each of our graduates that when you waken every morning, you will experience the supreme pleasure of being yourselves. It is my hope that you will remain connected to the faculty, staff, and to your classmates. And please know that we're always here to support you and that Fitchburg State will always be your home. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2017. It is now my pleasure to present the Graduate Student Leadership Award. Joanna dos Santos has devoted her professional life to helping her community. Joanna left her native Uruguay as a teenager, settling with her family in Fitchburg. She has lived the challenges of adapting to a new way of life and embraced the opportunities this nation has to offer. As a champion of immigration reform, Joanna has worked to organize immigrants and supporters in the region on national campaigns, as well as civil disobedience related to the cause. She has helped communities fight for equal access to education and been an advocate for the disenfranchised. As a scholar, Joanna has explored the immigrant experience through the collection and analysis of local narratives and their impact on her subjects' identities. Her interdisciplinary work has contributed to the field and will allow us to learn more about one another. It's my pleasure to introduce Joanna dos Santos.
I'm short. Thank you, President Lapidos, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, but most importantly, graduates. When we're 5, 10 years old, we're encouraged to dream. We are told that we can do anything we want if we work hard to achieve it. But we're not really given a map on how to get there, or are told that the circumstances outside of our control that will change these dreams. When I was 14 years old, the economic situation in my home country, Uruguay, was dire. My parents at 40 could not find work because they were too old, and they needed to do something to change these circumstances that were outside of their control. Throughout my life, they always told me, when we die, we cannot leave you wealth, but we can leave you an education. And that became my motivation, my motor to continue my path to realizing my own full potential. And at the age of 14 years old, I arrived at Fitchburg. The cultural change and the immigrant experience was something that I could have never been prepared for. Learning English was actually not the hardest thing when it came to language. It was how things were done and why they were done the way that they were. It was learning the concepts that do not exist in my native language, Spanish. But most of all, it was finding a way to demonstrate that I was a member of the Fitchburg community and that I was here to contribute and make my new home a better place for all. I started off the beaten path. At times, even, I felt completely lost. This journey of cultural integration through inclusion took me from trying to change the translation practices at my high school so that my parents could understand my report cards to getting arrested for just immigration reform. My heart and passion had always been in creating social change. My work and my studies also align with these values. For over 10 years, I work at the United Neighbors of Fitchburg, the only Latino immigrant organization in the city of Fitchburg, working towards assuring that all members of our city have a fair chance to achieving their highest potential. As I began to forge my own path, I found others like myself who were lost, and together we became a part of a new community where people wanted to be present and fully able to be the cartographers of their own destinies. I was honored to work with the university on projects that allowed students, faculty, and staff to give back to their community where we lived and worked. Internships, research opportunities, and class projects brought our communities closer together. Campus discussions on topics like race and immigration discrimination also helped broaden this understanding. I have been a part of many panels where these conversations are taking place, and have even been in the classrooms with students discussing these issues. My experiences as a student, immigrant, and nonprofit executive came together. And with the support of Fitchburg State, They helped me to develop my talents and my voice as an agent for systemic change. As a student, I have great support from faculty in my learning and my research. Throughout my graduate studies, I have been able to explore the immigrant experience, doing research on the local immigrant population. The last qualitative research done in this area dates close to 20 years ago, so it was a while. The body of work that I have developed would not have been possible without the support of many people, but most particularly Professor Vera Lorenkova, who has invested tireless hours in ensuring that students just like myself combine their passions and academic learning for the greater good. As a result, I will now be presenting my research at the Fitchburg Historical Society, where it will be permanently archived. As a new graduate, I'm about to embark on a new journey with a clearer path and new tools to move the needle towards progress a few inches farther. It was thanks to the support in this community that I am able today to add to the history that has made this city inclusive and welcoming to all that call it home. There are many opportunities to be involved as a student, and beyond that, I urge you to get involved in your community, whatever that is. Look for the issues that need to be addressed and policies that need to be improved. Know that there are people working to make those changes, as I am in my city of Fitchburg. You, as graduates, can help shape this vision of your life and your communities. I urge you to do your part in building communities that can meet the challenges of the future while remaining committed to diversity of the people and ideas, with a foundation of equity, justice, and fairness for all. Thank you, and congratulations, graduates, parents, family, and friends. Tonight's success is for all of us to celebrate.
Thank you, Joanna. Joanna, for your leadership skills, your scholarly contributions, and enduring ambitions, we are honored to present you the Graduate Student Leadership Award. We have now arrived at the time for awarding the conferred degrees. Would the program chairs please begin the processional? The Innovata Brass will now perform Falcon Flight, composed by Dr. Robin Dinda, Professor of Humanities and Music, as we prepare for the conferral of degrees. This time, I'd like to ask Mr. Don Irving, Chairman of the Board of Trustees, and Dr. Kathy Canny, Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs, to please join me for the conferring of graduate degrees. Honorable ladies and gentlemen, I present to you those persons whom I know to be sufficient in knowledge according to the customs of the ancient and revered universities for the degrees of Certificate of Advanced Graduate Study, Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Business Administration, Master of Education, and Master of Science.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Higher Education of Massachusetts and the Fitchburg State University Board of Trustees, I am pleased to grant these candidates their certificates or degrees with all the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining.
Would the chairpersons for each graduate program please present the candidates for the following degrees: the Certificate of Advanced Graduate Study, the degrees of Master of Arts in Teaching, the Master of Business Administration, the Master of Education, and the Master of Science. I ask that Mr. Brian Bercier, Dean of Graduate and Continuing Education, Dr. Jane Fisk, Dean of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Bruno Hicks, Dean of Education, and Dr. Margaret Hoey, Dean of Health and Natural Sciences, present the candidates with the hoods that are appropriate to their status and degree so that they can be presented to President Lapidus and receive their degrees.
Division of Arts and Sciences, hooding by Deans Fisk and Bercier. Certificate of Advanced Graduate Study, degree in Interdisciplinary Studies, led by Dr. Jessica Roby. Amy Darling. Sean M. McGurk. Master of Arts degree in English, led by Dr. Chola Chisunka. Kathleen Marie Morrissey. Master of Arts in Teaching, degree in English. Kristen Marie Seed. Master of Science, degree in Applied Communication, led by Dr. Viera Lorenzova. Ojobumijo Marifola Agbaji. Matthew Frederick Brancasio. Michelle Antonia Diaz. Joanna M. Dos Santos. Amanda N. Agassi. Therese G. LaRose. Christopher Richard Mashure. Eric Walter Maddy. Jenny Petrie. Master of Science degree in Counseling, led by Dr. Deneen Deptula. Colleen P. Coyle. Sean Marie Dutcher. Amy Feeney. Megan Elizabeth Gallagher. Haley A. Landry. Michael James Lapointe. Tyler R. Nichols. Christine E. Nitsky. Jessica Ordonez. Courtney L. Tackett. Kathleen A. Waite. Division of Business and Technology, hooding by Associate VP Canny and Dean Bercier. Master of Business Administration, degree in Business Administration, led by Professor Joseph McAloon, and Dr. Beverly Hollingsworth. Shelby Carver Aminti. Evelise Arroyo Barrows. Mark V. Bastion. Alyssa Ann Capitanio. Federica Colapauli. Patrick M. Conity. Hillary N. Cornish. Maya L. Fuller-Little. Claire Linda Gaipo. Elizabeth Kristen Glasgow. Christopher M. Houle. Emmanuel Anthony Joseph. Leanne Elizabeth Ledger. Davon W. Ritter. Sigita Rooney. Marcus Lee Scott, Sr. Master of Education, degree in Occupational Education, led by Dr. James Alicata. Scott Dean Cray. Jennifer Lynn Karamanian. Vicki Gail Sarah. Kenneth R. Waite. Master of Education, degree in Technology Education, led by Dr. Wayne Whitfield. John C. Demkowski. William Arthur Jacobson II. Master of Science, degree in Computer Science, led by Dr. Brady Chen. Pranjali Alankar. Zachary Robert Charbonneau. Sri Vinya Goravarti. Hiral Goyal. Miguel Alcedo Abreu Jimenez. Nicholas M. Quirk. Pragnyasri Tanguturi. Durga Shivateja Buddha.
Division of Education, Hooding by Deans Hicks and Bercier. Certificate of Advanced Graduate Study, degree in Educational Leadership and Management, led by Dr. Danette Day. Laura J. Weiderman. Master of Education degree in Curriculum and Teaching, led by Mr. Richard Masciarelli. Melissa Sales Canonizado. Janine S. Carrero. Tracy L. Cavaco. Richard S. Chenard. Lindsay Martha Clark. Lindsay D. Duclos. Kathleen S. Fadul. Lisa Ann Ledger. Stacy A. Matos. Kimberly A. Melanson. Utai Panayaku. Kathleen A. Regan. Master of Education degree in Early Childhood Education, led by Dr. William Cortesia. Mansour R. Kotmanel. Jessica Lauren. Master of Education degree in Educational Leadership and Management, Naomi Robertson. Master of Education degree in Elementary Education, led by Dr. William Cortezia. Darren Elizabeth Starkey. Master of Education degree in Middle School Education, Erica M. Kirby. Emily Sarah Robeson. Master of Education degree in Special Education, led by Dr. Ann Howard, Dr. Nancy Murray, Dr. Ruth Joseph. Hannah Caitlin Brassard. Adriana Chasta. Susan M. DiRenzo. Cassandra Floor. Erin E. Harty. Alexandra G. Kelly. Michael K. Lavoie. Christina Catherine Lepre. Laura Marie Lindsay. Molly Jean O'Donnell. Susan J. Rodding. Marianne H. Smith.
Division of Health and Natural Sciences, hooding by Deans Hoey and Bercier. Master of Science degree in Forensic Nursing, led by Professor Linda McKay. Michelle McCool-Heatley. Deborah A. Perry.
If I could ask the graduates to please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, let's please congratulate the class of 2017. I think we can actually do a little better than that.
You may be seated. Good. It is now my pleasure to ask Mr. Eric Gregoire, class of 2011, and president of the Alumni Association, to say a few words.
Good evening, alumni. As president of the Fitchburg State University Alumni Association, it is my pleasure to welcome you as our newest members. You are joining an elite group of more than 44,000 proud alumni from coast to coast and around the world. These graduates have helped pave the way for you and provide an incredible networking and support opportunity for you as you transition through your career. We are here for you today and will be with you in the future, as you will forever be Fitchburg State Falcons. On behalf of the Alumni Association, I'm also excited to provide you with a small gift. The photo that was taken of you earlier with President Lapidus will be mailed to you, commemorating your achievement today. We hope that it will serve as a proud reminder of this great accomplishment and will inspire you to stay connected to your alma mater and offer your time and talent to the next generation of graduates that follow you. Again, congratulations and welcome to your Alumni Association.
Please rise and join Ms. Elizabeth Fiedler and the graduates in singing the Fitchburg State University alma mater in Old Wachusett Shadow. and for what will probably not be the last time tonight, let me congratulate all degree recipients on their achievements once again. And thank all the guests for their courteous participation in today's event. We invite all of you to join us after the ceremony for a reception. The platform party will recess, and we ask faculty and librarians, students, alumni, and guests to remain at your seats until they have departed. I now declare the graduate commencement ceremony in the 122nd year of Fitchburg State University closed and the 121st commencement completed. Thank you.